Now welcome to another path to Ahsoka, where this time it's the Nightsisters we'll be discussing, as well as Morgan Elsbeth, which we assume there's a connection there.
Yes, we wouldn't be talking about him if there wasn't. We'll start with talking about Morgan Elsbeth, as she's actually confirmed to be in the show 100%.
Well, she's in the trailer, so feels pretty confirmed.
We do know that during the Clone Wars, Morgan Elsbeth's people were massacred, which kind of made her bitter, to the point where she eventually joined in with the Empire, strengthening the Imperial Navy during the reign of the Galactic Empire. She was known
say it with such pride. You worry me.
She was known for plundering entire worlds of their natural resources. I think they referred to her as a war dog at one point, too.
Something like that. Yeah, they had a name for her.
Mm-hmm. In 9 ABY, she was the magistrate of Caladan. Don't get confused, it's not Dune. On the planet of Corvus, she was in possession of a fancy Beskar spear, which we still don't know where she got. I'm very curious as to where she retrieved that from.
Maybe it was a gift.
Maybe Thrawn gave it to her.
Maybe we'll never get the answer to that question.
What's interesting, and I didn't notice it very well at first, but her armed guards and stuff, they wore a stylized kind of version of a chimera on their outfits.
Curious.
Which is the personal symbol of her patron, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Was the emblem of his fleet, the 7th Fleet. Yes, so another little fun detail to pick out of the weeds. They not only... So it's easy for you. So I'm going to go, hey, you think she knows about Thrawn? They're all wearing his symbol over there. All got the stylized chimera. I mean, he had the thing painted on the bottom of a ship.
It's a big universe. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Coincidences. And
she was arrested, apparently, for acting as an Imperial sympathizer.
Yeah, you're going to be on that wanted list here soon.
Whatever. Does nobody get held for long when they're...
No, everybody escapes the New Republic.
New Republic is not... They're like 0 for 0. 0 for 2 at least.
We see like Mando breaking people out. We see Gideon escape somehow, or he gets they gets helped by the
amnesty program is riddled with spies and traitors,
and they have no idea. Like they just let him into the room and like to fry the brains of others.
What happened to that guy? I don't know.
Morgan Elsbeth apparently.
Just the switch by itself.
Yeah, moved by itself. I hate when that happens.
I looked away for a second.
Only happens when you're in the room. That's so odd.
It's not like we put cameras in here monitoring this dangerous thing.
It is.
Or put safety guards on it so it can't be cranked to 11.
I'm going to get off topic, but it is a little disappointing to see the utter incompetence of the New Republic. Like, you can understand they're rebuilding a new government. You get it, right? There's going to be some hiccups, but God, are they incompetent? Like, have we seen them do anything right?
I don't know. Probably not. We do know we'll be seeing plenty of Morgan Elsbeth in the new series, as she was in a couple of the trailers now. One on the ship that we eventually do see, I think, Thrawn on.
What if she gets killed episode 1?
No,
You're making
don't
some big
even.
assumptions.
And we also saw her hanging out with Balon and Shin.
Sure, they're pretty cool.
With some green little lights, which makes everyone think even harder on Nightsister.
Come on.
Plus, she wears red. She's got some tinges of white in her hair. She does follow the color schemes of the Nightsisters. They love wearing that dark red color.
They do, yeah.
It's their thing. Speaking of the Nightsisters, we'll give you some backstory on them because there were weird rumors going around about finding Nightsisters or quote-unquote light sisters out wherever Thrawn's at.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little about what they are, who they were in the canon.
In the new canon.
I can say because they're
we're not
dead.
going expanded universe here, are we?
I'll go where I want to go.
Okay.
The Nightsisters are also called the Witches of Dathomir because they're kind of witches.
The insight you can only get here.
They are a clan of magic, with a K, because they're cool that way, magic-wielding females who live on the planet Dathomir, a planet that is bathed in dark energy. They used their arcane magic, tapping into like a magical ichor that kind of like flowed through their planet. They always felt strongest on their planet.
Yeah.
It's funny that they ended up dying on their planet too.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Well, they would tap into it, and some of the most powerful among them could use that magic of theirs to create objects even out of thin air. They could transform people into like ghostly versions of their true forms. They could even reanimate the dead. And they did that several times. They made an army of zombie versions of themselves to fight for them. Even Marin did it in the Fallen Order game.
Yeah. Yeah, she does a lot of things in Survivor as well.
Mm-hmm. A lot of really cool things.
Far from Dathomir, and she's cranking out the magic.
On fire.
With the K. She is on fire in that game.
They were also known to domesticate rancors.
Yeah,
It tells
I
you
would too
how
if I could.
badass they are. Bunch of dominatrix witches on a planet wielding magic, riding rancors.
Yeah, I saw Book of Boba Fett.
That's why they had to get rid of them for the new
creatures.
canon.
Gentle creatures.
The new canon, they had to get rid of them though. They were too powerful. Wait, did they kill off the whole planet of strong females?
They did. They
could
massacred
they?
it, yeah.
Dave!
Nowadays, you
What have
can't
you
get away with
done?
that.
He's like, good thing I killed him in the past because nowadays...
Can't do that.
No.
A whole planet of them.
Both the Jedi and the Sith kind of regard their powers as dark side of the Force.
Can't imagine why when you're reanimating corpses. It's dark side about that.
But the Nightsisters kind of viewed their study that it differed from the power-hungry ambitions of the Sith or the knowledge-seeking Jedi Order. They made little distinction themselves between light and dark. Their techniques were frequently darker in nature,
Sure.
of course. But the Nightsisters viewed everything, like animals, weapons, even Night Brothers, as just like tools to ensure their clan's ultimate survival, and would bend or discard tools without remorse, pity, or regret. Due to their personal mindset, they could avoid the passions and rage that swayed the Sith while wielding powers that a Jedi refused to tap into.
Best of both worlds.
Kind of is.
Kind of a little gray Jedi here, aren't
They're
we?
gray Sith.
That would be...
Because they use dark side powers, but they don't have that
succumb,
power-hungry
which is-
nature of the Sith.
Which is kind of the
They have them. They didn't want a rule of two, so they're like, we're a community.
rule of the community.
The rule of the commune of witches. The coven, some might say. They were, of course, as I've stated, kind of a matriarchal society.
Kind of?
Kind of. They did live apart from the Dathomirian males, or the Night Brothers, as they were called, who were used to serve the sisters as either servants or breeders.
Breeders.
Yeah. I mean, that's where Savage Opress came from. He was a little wussy guy. They kind of used their magic and made him into a buff burly dude and gave him to Ventress.
Yeah. That sums up his story nicely.
That's what they were around for. They would battle to the death against each other, and the Nightsister would go, I want that one who survived.
Jeez.
Then they kind of would twist him around with the magic and be like, and now I guess we do a little snoo-snoo.
You're making it sound like a meat market.
Kind of was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, there's no strong female characters in Star Wars. They don't exist.
Not a cool...
No, Rey was the first.
The first.
The first.
Can you imagine, though, if they would have these guys around today with that planet?
Could you, if they introduced that now, yeah, people would immediately... That's the funny thing, and
I don't know,
veering way off topic. But yeah, if you tried to introduce that concept now, people would immediately say you're just trying female empowerment or trying,
Like, no.
No, it's just...
It
was just accepted because we didn't have, that kind of forced down our throat all the time because we just accepted, it's part of the story. I get it. You're not just trying to, convey a message about anything here.
Yep. The Nightsisters were eventually killed by Darth Sidious, Darth Tyrannus, General Grievous.
Tag team, you're in.
It took like the entire might of the Separatists to take them down.
Kinda, yeah.
Because when their dead would go down, they'd get them back up and send them back in. Not many survivors from that. I think there are fewer survivors from that planet's genocide than there were from Order 66.
Oh, definitely.
As far as we know, the only survivor is Marin and Morgan Elsbeth.
Yeah, assuming she was even there and not off doing other
don't
things
know.
already.
We
don't really
don't
know what
know.
her story is, but we know Marin was there.
Well, I
the
think
only...
Morgan Elsbeth was there too because she was embittered by the whole thing.
Well, sure, but I mean, she may not have... We know Marin was on planet. She was there when it happened. We don't know that.
We don't know exactly where she
necessarily,
was.
yes.
Ooh, what if we got like a flashback through her perspective?
That could be interesting.
That could be really cool.
What if she saves Marin? Dun dun. Because everything's got to be connected, right?
It would be cool, but how long is this show going to be? They'd have to have hours worth. Every episode would be like 2 hours.
Dave's already said he's cut so much, so they probably had that.
I would like the extended
at one
cut,
point.
please.
So would I.
The extended cut where you just don't cut anything.
I don't want you to cut a damn thing. I don't care about.
Intended.
I don't care about pacing and flow.
No, I want to see it all.
I've seen the Lord of the Rings extended cuts multiple times. I don't care about pacing and hurrying the story along. Come on.
And for some extra little flavor here, the Nightsisters were actually created by Dave Wolverton. I know the word like wolf is in there, and that's Dave Filoni thing.
We know how he got his job, his name alone.
And they first appeared in Star Wars Legends in 1994 in the novel The Courtship of Princess Leia.
Yep.
In Legends, they're depicted as a splinter faction of the native witches of Dathomir, descendants of the fallen Jedi Ayla, and they've been in multiple Legends pieces before Dave Filoni said, I need me a bunch of dominatrix witches, like matriarchy. We got anything in
that? We do.
Can they ride Rancors? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want them.
Bring them in.
I want them all. Bring them. They got cool weapons. They wear red.
Yeah.
They have a very red-white thing going on. Yep, bring them.
Yeah, we've discussed Lucas's fascination with certain types of women. Maybe Filoni's got that too. Is that what it takes to write good Star Wars? You need some kind of peculiar taste?
Probably. It's probably in there somewhere.
All right, well, on that note...
I promise, Ahsoka next week. I promise. I'm going to really,
on Thursday?
really try...
No, I ain't going to be on Thursday.
I'm really going to try to get Ahsoka ready. There's so much information for me to sift through and condense into something that isn't 3 hours long.
I'll tell you your whole story. I don't need to do any research. We'll just sit me down and test my knowledge.
Yeah, but I think people like a little more accuracy than knowledge testing.
Well, that's... My knowledge is
They don't want to say, well, Thor thinks this happened. They want to know, Sailor got you the facts.
I would get you the facts.
Just the facts,
a little bit of lightning involved.
Or lightning. Lies! Wrap this up. Come on. People have things to do.
Wow. That's all we got for you this time. Now it's your turn to take to the comments below and tell us what you think about the Nightsisters.
And Morgan Elsbeth.
Yeah. Do you think she is a Nightsister?
She better be. I did a whole video about her being a Nightsister.
Whatever the case may be, leave those comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.